Hola, chulas. It's me, Kai. As you've never seen me before, well, I guess maybe as you might have seen me previously. This video is actually my honest attempt to provide you guys with some of the content that I've been suggested to make, like how do you do your makeup, and also like ASMR. And listen, I decided to become a commentary channel for a reason, but what I don't necessarily feel comfortable is like doing my makeup. By the time you guys see it, it took me 2 hours, of doing, having to start all over again, and then laying in my bed and wondering and contemplating if I even want to do this, if I was even meant to do this. So by the time y'all see it, it's been through some things. Bear with me if this is not exactly what you were hoping for, but we'll see. We're gonna talk about a couple of different things in this video. So yeah, if that sounds like something that you're into, then please enjoy this video and let's get to it.
Can I get your name and where you're from, if you don't mind?
I'm Kai.
Kai, can I get spelling for you?
Straight out of Dogtown, K-A-I.
Okay, so we're gonna start with some of this action. This is my Hydro Flask. I've had this bad boy for a long time. And this is actually pretty cool. This is like different stickers from like different road trips that I've taken and stuff, like just a lot of good memories. If you haven't had water, this is your sign to go and get some water. So, I figure the best way to go about this is just to do everything that I would usually normally do as if you are not here. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. And we'll get through this together. I have no idea what I'm doing. I literally have no plans. So I guess I can do whatever I want. Yeah. While I'm doing this, this is not a how-to video. So, I have not purchased foundation in a long time. What do I want to talk about? Yeah, me. The last time that you saw me, I was distressed because I've been displaced from my home for like almost a month now, and I mean, yeah, it just sucks. I don't know. A long time I was like trying to get them to repair my home the way that I wanted them to, or the way that they needed to, right? And then that wasn't working. They didn't want to do that, so I terminated my lease. I moved all of my shit up out of there, and it's like in my friend's garage. And I filed a small claims complaint because I was well within my right to. I don't know, I feel like I used to be a person who would just let things happen to me, and I don't want to just let this go. Like, the way that I feel needs to be heard. But yeah, that's crazy. I never, like in a bajillion years, thought that would be my life. Like, I don't know, just like, it certainly was not on my bingo card. But then, like, I started to think about it, and honestly, like, when I first moved into that place, I had the hardest time trying to get them to, like, tell me that my application was approved. But they were, like, asking me to put down a deposit, and, like, but they couldn't tell me if I actually got the apartment. Like, it took them a long ass time to actually confirm my move-in date and my prorate rent. Like, and I had to be out of where I was, like hard deadline, and I based everything that I was doing on knowing that I had this hard deadline to be out of where I was. And I was moving out of state too, so I was like, fuck. Can you please just tell me if I have a place to live? Like, oh my god, dude, it's the same question literally in both situations. Can you, like, please just tell me if I have a place to live? Dude, it's a lot easier than you would think, if you know what your rights are, right? Like, not everybody does, and not everybody has, like, literally, like, the space. Like, it's an emotional inconvenience, honestly. I like the skinny brow. Do you like the skinny brow? Ooh. Okay. In a way, I feel like the skinny brow kind of chose me. Wow. What I'm going to be talking about next is actually this whole Chantal foodie beauty mess. And yes, I talk about Chantal quite a bit because I am just endlessly fascinated with her and her behavior as of recent. Do you like the skinny brow, first of all? I'm endlessly fascinated with Chantal. And this 37-year-old woman is throwing her whole life away to do drugs with this man that she's only known for a few months. And I mean, to each their own, right? To really honestly say that I watched this whole story unfold, like, right before my eyes in 4K on the internet is extremely disturbing. She's doing a lot of things that I kind of felt like a lot of people predicted that she would, as far as, like, her coming to us with this whole business about Dom, being, mistreating her. Oh my god, she's doing exactly what... She's out here doing exactly what you'd think. She comes to us and tells, and all of these things are coming to light, and then now she's trying to do damage control and say that, like, we don't really know him and that we're not privy to, like, all the intimate details of their relationship. And that's true, and that's fair, and that's valid. But that also sounds like some shit that I would say that I had said. It's not triggering in a way that's, like, unbearable, or like in a way that's, like, traumatic, like, triggering. It's just, like, it just reminds me of being in that place of my life and thinking, like, wow, this is, like, what people must have been thinking as they're talking to me. So she comes on this live stream at, like, a weird ass hour, like 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, shouldn't you be asleep? I don't know. I would be asleep. I feel like most people are asleep. And she's, like, talking all, like, yeah, like, hi, I'm Chantal, like, whispering, like, when usually she comes out and she has no regard, and she's saying, like, oh, I'm whispering because, Pete's upstairs sleeping. No. A lot of speculation to suggest, and also proven as of recording this video, that yes, she had Dom in her house last night, upstairs sleeping in her bedroom, and she's, like, coming on stream and talking about him in the middle of the night and whispering because and it's not funny, but it's just totally, like, oh my god, dude. And she just thinks that, like, nobody knows, and I'm like, dude, we're not stupid. Like, we're literally not stupid. So I don't know what, I don't know, like, where she gets off to, like, to think that she's pulling one over on anyone when really, like, oh my god, dude, people can see it from miles away. And it's just so hilarious. Like, the longer that this goes on and the more information that comes out, dude, that, like, Chantal gives away herself. It's unbelievable. Like, it's just unlike any reality show. It's unparalleled. The drama is never ending. Chantal is really continuing to, like, profit and monetize off of, like, a lot of people's really deep traumatic experiences. Like, I myself, I've shared this, is like I've been in abusive relationships, and that's why it's so ridiculous to like watch her. And granted, like I only watch her through reaction content. It's so frustrating to watch her because I'm like, dude, like I knew it, I saw it coming that she was gonna do this. She's like, oh, I ruined his image on the internet, and it's like, yeah, that was you. That was all you. That was you. Yeah, we remember, we were there. Like, she really did. I mean, she's the one who she's the one who brought to us all this information. You know, we would have never known anything about this person if she had never even opened her mouth about him. And here we are, 4 months later, and we have this man's whole ass life. People like found his Facebook page immediately, dude. Like, you would just think that someone whose job is literally to be on YouTube.com would have some kind of sense. But no. I did one eye, and I like it. It's really super cute, right? I feel like this sort of pigeonholes me with what I can wear. I'm going to do one fun look and one neutral look, and then I will just figure out which one I like better. I don't know. Okay, her roommate, who is also her ex-fiance. Yeah, they moved in together because they're very close still. And a lot of people find that weird. I don't really find that too weird. I'm very close with a lot of my exes as well. Because, like, there's some people that you love for the rest of your life in other ways. And so I don't really have a problem with Chantal being as close to Pete as some people maybe do. What I do have a problem with, however, is how she treats him and how she's talking about him lately. Like, how she's like making him out to seem like he's incapacitated, like he's not able to make his own decisions or not able to like do for his own. And then she's just like being very patronizing to him lately because he's been very transparent about having some mental health issues, which I do hope that Pete gets, you know, feeling better. I've struggled with that a lot in my life, and I just know it's like not easy, so I feel for him. And of course, like, to have a roommate as fucking obnoxious and ridiculous as Chantal would be stressful and would definitely make you like feel, you know, some type of way for sure. So he's such a simp for Chantal, and I mean that is a simp. And he basically like excuses her all of her behavior and sees that she does no wrong. And he, you know, he's just such a simp. Like, he's never going to call her out. He's never going to be confrontational with her. Well, it's not even really Pete's fault. Because Chantal will cut anyone off who tries to tell her, who tries to, like, tell her what to do with her life. Like, she always has to do the opposite of what you tell her. And as someone who used to be that way, I can tell you that it comes from a place of just needing to be contrarian. Like, being consumed by your need to, like, hate authority, or, like, your need to not feel controlled or to be in control. Like, that's what it feels like. She just has to be in control. And that's fucking oof. She can't take anyone's advice. She can't listen to a doctor. She can't listen to a therapist. She can't listen to her family. She can't listen to her friends. And she certainly can't listen to her community. So she's coming on live stream, and the chat is, like, addressing her about Pete. Like, well, don't you think it's disrespectful that, you know, you have this man who's, like, got you addicted to drugs and is, you know, involved in all, like, the shady business and stuff in a house that is in Pete's name, and he's relegated to stay in his bedroom? And she's like, well, he can come out anytime he wants. He chooses to do that. And I make him dinner and all this yada yada yada. And it's like, oh my god, dude, this is so weird, first of all, that you feel like you have to make this grown man's meals. Second of all, Like, that doesn't excuse the behavior, ma'am. Like, making someone food does not cancel out the hell that you have put this person through. I'm sorry. I hate to be the one to tell you. And if Chantal were any kind of friend to Pete's, then she would be able to recognize that. But she's just the most selfish person that I think I've ever come across. And she's got a lot of unprocessed trauma that she's just like inflicting on everyone else and making everyone else's issues. When it's like not a problem to have trauma and it's not a problem to have like issues. But if you're issues go unaddressed and you know that you need to be in therapy and you're still out here hurting other people, then that's just selfish. Like, she like says that she has bipolar. I have bipolar, and I try really hard not to let it affect how I interact with other people, because that's not fair. It's not fair to you that the chemicals in my brain don't work properly. Like, it's not anyone else's business for me to like make it, to inflict on them. Like, do I ask for support? Yeah. Is it there when I need it? Yeah. Would I seek help for it if I really needed it? Yes. But Chantal doesn't do that. Doesn't do those things. And then we just see her cycle through different things, and she brings her viewers along. She like ropes us into her different, patterns of behavior and everything. And it's just really toxic, man. It's just a really extremely toxic relationship. I finished my eyes and I'm doing my face. This is the Beauty Bay Fiery 2.0 palette, and the inside is a mess. I've had it for a little while, and it was honestly so worth it. It was only like $22, and the only colors that I don't really like, that I haven't really tried, like this row. Just because I feel like my skin is like, I don't think that these would like do well on my skin tone. This is the Morphe Desert Bouquet. I don't necessarily hate Morphe's formula. I don't agree with everything that they do as a company, but they make a nice palette. I had to stop and get a snack, so I am ready. Oh wow, this is embarrassing. So, another thing about Chantal, she's been getting high and driving, and not just like high, like weed. She's been getting high like serious shit and driving. And like obviously like a lot of people are really concerned about that, and so they have had enough reports. The police in her local area have had enough people call in to like actually go out and have a chat with her about it. And like some people think that she made up that they actually talked to her so that people would leave her alone. But I actually think they did. Honestly, I really do. They probably like talked to her, and they probably didn't say exactly like what she said that they did, but they definitely talked to her. I feel like they probably did get enough reports to where they really reached out and said something, because I don't know. I know a lot of people would do that to like Onision and stuff, and like the police really investigated him before Chris Hansen ever got involved. So yeah, I do definitely think that is a possibility. Yeah, and so she's still live streaming. She's still looking at her chat while she's driving. She's still on illicit substances while she's driving. Like, it doesn't matter if they really talked to her or not. She turned around and did it anyway, because that's just the kind of person that she is. No one can tell her anything, even when it's to her benefit. This behavior, the self-sabotaging behavior, defiant, like oppositional defiant behavior, is not cute on a 37-year-old woman who should she's had all the time in the world now. She's had all the opportunities to put her life back together, even though she came from like not the best of circumstances. Like, she's had a number of opportunities to change, and she's had so many people in her life who have wanted to help her change, and she has done nothing. And now look at where she is. She's basically shit all over those people that cared about her, and she's doing drugs and getting, having sex on a mattress on the floor. I don't know, man. Just something about that just isn't cute. And especially if she's gonna come on stream and try to do damage control for her abuser, for this man that she's like accused of abusing her. Like, I get it. I've been there. I understand. Like, a lot of people in the community predicted that was going to happen, because a lot of people have seen it before and have personally experienced it, unfortunately. And I myself am one of them, and it just sounds exactly like what I would have done. Like, I remember going to work or going to hang out with my best friend. Oh, probably shouldn't do that with my powder, huh? But I remember going to work or going to, like, hang out with my friends and being, like, you know, talking, you know, mess, or like, oh, you won't believe what he did, or you won't believe what he's saying now, or what he did to me, like, yesterday, or whatever. And then I turn around and I post on social media, like, how he's the best thing that ever happened to me. He's, you know, God blessed me with this man. Like, just a total cognitive dissonance is, it's really shameful. And it's really gross. I'm certainly not of the opinion that Chantal could ever do anything to build this man's reputation again. Like, I don't think that there's anything that he could do or anything that she could say that he did that would make what we know about him okay. I don't think anyone's ever going to forget. I don't think that we could really just get over it. And the fact that she's, like, trying to sell us on this man now is really, it's gross and it's sad. And I wish that she would watch these videos of hers back, because I think that she would realize, what she's saying. If she could hear herself say it, like, it might do something for her. But she admits that she never does. She never does any kind of self-reflection. And Chantal is a person who, like, goes in, like, different cycles of different things anyway. And so it feels just, like, very, like she was able just to, like, really put these different pieces into, like, a cycle of behavior that she's already used to going through already. So it might just feel comfortable for her to be going through, like, this, hot and cold and on and off, and it's good when, it's good when we're good, and it's really bad when we're bad, it's, and she wants to romanticize it, like, she has, like, this dark love affair with this brooding man, and she never knows what she wants, and she can't tame him, and all this sort of stuff, and it's just gross, and it's just, I really don't think that anyone is falling for it, but on the off chance that you are, please try to think through it again, as many times as you need. And if you still feel like you can justify it, then I would like to hear why. I would like to know what what evidence you have to the contrary, really. So, yeah, she's been having these, like, flashing incidences where she'll, like, stand up and expose, like, she's, like, exposed her breast, her ass, her belly. The belly was not even an accident. It was intentional. And then she's, like, been toying around with the idea of doing OnlyFans when she had an OnlyFans that she totally, like, fucked, man. She, like, fucked that opportunity for herself, and is one of the other contributing factors to why OnlyFans is, like, had so many different, like, regulations change and, like, different terms of service change, like, people doing shit exactly the way that Chantal did it. And she has absolutely no respect or no reverence for sex work. She has no idea what actual sex work is, and I think it was absolutely hilarious that she said she was going to go and be a street worker. She really thinks. I think it's absolutely hilarious that she thinks that she could do that kind of work, or that she thinks that she has the actual kind of work ethic to do something like that, the actual bandwidth for it. I don't think she does. That's a whole different game. That's a whole different thing. I don't even know if that's something that I would do, but she's sitting there in her live stream, like, asking if she'll get demonetized for streaming in her bra only, taking her shirt off. It's like, God, you think you would have some sense. Like, she has absolutely no business sense. She completely plummeted an opportunity that she had to make some decent money doing that kind of, thing, if that's what she wants to do, and yet here she is, she's putting it out there for free, or she's putting it, like, for her members only, or whatever, and I just can't imagine being so stupid. Like, there is absolutely no hustle. Chantal has no hustle. She really wanted to be an OnlyFans girl. I don't think that she has the wherewithal. She certainly doesn't have the attention to detail. She doesn't have she just doesn't have the ethic to be able to sit there and grind it out the way that you would need to make some sort of substantial income. And granted, she does have, like, a large platform, so I know that she would get a lot of people that are just morbidly curious. That's on you guys. Like, that's on y'all. If someone out there really could support that, or really could monetarily support Chantal, given the things that we know about her now, where she's, paying a drug dealer's rent, a man who beats her, getting her addicted to drugs, using that same money to turn around and buy these, illicit substances. It's too much for me. But I mean, someone else out there for sure. And now there's like some speculation that like when people are super chatting her, they're asking her to do different things, like put lipstick on and just like talk in like, you know, a weird voice and like make like different sounds and like do dances and all this sort of shit. And she's offering to make people private videos. There's a time and a place for all of that, and I just don't feel like it belongs on this particular platform. And if she had any sort of sense, any sort of anything going on in there, then she would have realized that a while ago, realized that she has an audience for herself and gone in and actually made some decent money. And the fact that she could just throw away an opportunity like that is laughable. It's literally, it's some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen. to be real, to have that large of a platform and then to know that people want to see it and then just to give it up for free. Oh my god, I could never. Let me trade places with Chantal for a couple of days and I'll get her money right. She's not whispering as a service to Dom, like as not to wake him up or anything. She just wants the time that he's sleeping to be when she does her live stream, because she feels like it's rude to ignore him when she's, you know, live streaming. But it's not rude to ignore Pete's. It's not rude to ignore your family. It's not rude to ignore your cats. It's not rude to ignore your dying grandmother. But it's rude to ignore your abusive crackhead boyfriend. Please check yourself. In my opinion, Chantal airing out her dirty laundry is one thing, but to air out the other people in your lives like dirty laundry is quite another. It's absolutely disrespectful to like share your friend's business, to share your partner's business, your roommate's business when they are not public figures. To like, Chantal has really roped a lot of people in to this mess with her. Unfortunately, she's doxed a lot of people, which is like number one big no-no. She seems to have learned nothing. She really hasn't learned a thing the last couple months over what she's experienced, what she's gone through this whole last summer with Dom and Shannon and everything, and French Fried Girl. And it's just really, really unfortunate, because she is a grown woman who had a lot of potential to do something amazing with her life, and to bring her community on a journey with her as she, you know, moves from being a morbidly obese woman to whatever. It's not the story that we got. It's the story that we deserve. But this is better than I think that anyone could have ever asked for, as, you know, an alternative outcome. If for nothing else, at least, you know, we got to go along this roller coaster that has been Chantal's summer. And what a summer it has been. So yeah, that was just my thought, just my opinion, and just my video. And if you like this video, then you can leave it a like. And if you like me, then you can subscribe to this channel, where I will be posting more videos talking about whatever I want, whenever I want, because this is my channel and that's what we do here. So subscribe. Also, I did just want to let you guys know how appreciative I am of the different love and support that you have been sending me. I do see, you know, familiar faces and recognize people's names in my comment section, and that is just some rad ass shit, man. I really, I don't know, it just gives me all the warm, good, fuzzy feelings, so I really appreciate it. And of course, as always, Chulas, I hope that you have a beautiful, wonderful, amazing rest of your day. Bye, Chulas. If that is your thing, then let's get it. If you're down to just watch me, no. Think it before you say it. That sounds like something that you're into, then please enjoy this video and let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to what?